we got better things to talk about. But it happened in Texas, and this didn't happen in Texas, but it was a guy from Texas who didn't pull out a firearm. He pulled out something else.
He pulled out the Jersey State bird, baby.
He was in New Jersey. I mean, when in Rome.
Exactly.
Right?
How could they fine him for that? That's how you say hello. That's the excuse he should have used. This is how I thought New Jersey people say hello to each other.
Well, look, any excuse would have been better than the excuse that he provided. We'll hear that in a second. But first, we got to set this up because as I was minding my own business on Sunday, paying attention to all the things that happened in the NFL, all of the things that we expected and didn't expect, someone sent video of Jerry Jones giving the middle finger to the fans at MetLife Stadium while the Cowboys were playing the Jets. And it's plain as day. It's unmistakable. And, of course, the first filter that I now apply to anything like that is it AI? Is it real?
You have to ask yourself that.
Right?
I hear you. Yeah.
So I actually didn't post anything about it until it was obvious the next morning that it was 100% totally, completely real. I deliberately wanted to wait because I don't want to get something like that wrong, even though, I mean, I'm sure that Jerry Jones fires off the middle finger all the time. I mean, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. We do. Real life is rated R.
Right.
And you know Jerry's rated R.
Definitely.
So it became a thing. And then on Tuesday, he made his first of 2 weekly appearances, as he does every week during football season on 105.3 The Fan in Dallas. And he was asked about his gesture of just one. We've seen two before, but just one middle finger. Here's what he had to say about it.
You know, that was unfortunate that was a kind of a exchange with our fans out in front of us. There was a swarm of Cowboy fans out in front, not Jet fans, Cowboy fans. And the entire stadium was brimming with the enthusiasm of Cowboys, and certainly late in the game. And that was inadvertent on my part because that was right after we'd made our last touchdown. And we were all excited about. There wasn't any antagonistic issue or anything like that. I just put up the wrong show on the hand, but that was inadvertently done. And I'm not kidding. It was, if you want to call it accidental, you can call it accidental. But it got straightened around pretty quick. I've had a chance to look at it. It got straightened around pretty quick. But the intention was thumbs up, and then basically pointing at our fans because everybody was jumping up and down excited.
Man, that's as good as I've ever heard right there. That's why he's an oil man right there. That's incredible right there.
I know we live and have resided for about 10 years now in post-truth America where people just say whatever. But I still feel a little bit better when I call bullshit on someone who thinks I'm stupid. And he must think everybody's stupid. I've seen the video. I guess we're not going to show the video because it includes a middle finger.
Oh, come on.
But
we're past that, aren't we, guys? Come on, let's show it.
There was nothing inadvertent about it. And look, I mean, when your explanation is, I can't control which finger I put up, I'm not sure when you're on the wrong side of 80, you want to be talking like that.
I thought the same thing. It's a valid point. Yes, right.
Like,
right.
Even if you're telling me the truth, you're telling me that your brain, your cognitive abilities have eroded to the point where you don't know the difference between this and this.
Right.
I don't get it.
I traded Micah Parsons. I meant to trade Digizua. I didn't. What? I mean, yeah. I mean, I hear you, Mike. Which one was the worst excuse to you? This one or the glory hole one? Which one was a better one to you? Because they were both such BS. It was unbelievable.
At least with the glory hole one, he had some fun with it because when Rich Dalrymple, the former PR director for the Cowboys, tried to save him by explaining at the press conference in July 2012, when he said, with Jason Garrett sitting right at his elbow, that I want me some glory hole. I was here when it was glory hole days, and I was here when it wasn't. And having said that, I want me some glory hole. And everybody laughed, and he thought they were laughing at a line that hit much funnier than he expected. That's when Rich Dalrymple gave his explanation, and Jerry says, well, that's news to me, because he was trying to save him. I always thought that was kind of funny, and Jerry was kind of just like,
right,
oblivious in a just, but this is just bullshit. I mean, it just is. And I guess he thought it was going to save him $250,000. That was the going rate when Bud Adams did it in 2009, and he did the Chris Simms. I don't know if that was your inspiration, because were you playing for the Titans in 2009?
No, but I was there in 2008, right? So he had already seen it, and he knew that I did it all over the facility, and he was like, "That's a good move. I'm going to steal that from Chris Simms."
So he got it from you. I thought maybe you got it from him.
Nah, I'm the original. You know that. Nobody gives the middle finger and says swear words like me. I'm an all-timer.
All I remember is the first Super Bowl we worked together in Minneapolis. And somebody had the bright idea to do Radio Row at the Mall of America, which, imagine a sardine can. And that was Radio Row at the Mall of America.
Right.
But they had different areas and different spots. And we somehow finagled a little carve out where we weren't in that sea of humanity.
Right.
But you've got different spots, and you have people over there, and you were still working at Bleacher Report at the time. So you're over by our set, and all of a sudden it's this. I mean, to the broadcast to the whole world. And this older couple's walking by, and they're just like,
yeah, right. Like, what is he doing?
And you're like, it's okay, they're my friends. And I'm thinking, this old man's got to be thinking, how does he treat his enemies?
Exactly right. That's standard protocol.
But that's what Bud Adams did.
Right.
He did the double-barrel middle finger, and it cost him $250,000 in 2009. So one, the price has kind of gone up. Inflation has been 16 years. One now costs you $250,000.
Yeah, it's definitely gone up. One, and I mean, again, I think I don't really care, right? I don't care. But I think the point is that, we know players can't do that to the fans. So therefore, the owners can't either. I will stick up for Jerry Jones and the fact that I know the owner's box at Giants Stadium there, or MetLife as they call it now, it is very close to the fans. Like, I would venture to say that's got to be closer to the fans for an owner box than any other stadium. And, I mean, Jerry Jones, I've been at a Giants game playing the Cowboys, and he's been right there. And it's like, damn, he's right there. We can almost slap hands, right, as you're walking up the aisle, or if you were sitting right below it. So you do hear it. And I was at a Giants game once, and, I mean, the Giant fans were giving it to him. Giving it to him. And there's no way you can avoid it. And we know the Jones family, and this is one thing I certainly respect of them. They got a little, they got a little stuff to them. They're not afraid to give it back to you and say something and all that. And I respect that. I do. I like that. But I think the bottom line point here is just that the players can't do it. And then of course, the owners can't be doing it if the players can't do it. And I think that's where the league had to set precedence here.
Yeah, Jerry Jeudy came out with the double-barreled middle fingers in week 2 when the Browns played the Ravens, and he got fined. But for the players, it's a negotiated amount. It was something less than $20,000.
Right.
But for the owners, they always hit them harder. And it just occurred to me, okay, if the middle finger, and, maybe that'll be the test. Maybe for as long as I can avoid inadvertently giving people the middle finger, I've still got it.
Right.
Or even after that, I've still got it. I could still be the general manager of my own football team.
You just go like this now. You go like this. You'll be, I was just giving you the thumbs up. My bad.
Yeah.
It was just the thumbs up.
Where'd Chris go?
What happened, guys? I just was giving the thumbs up. My finger's jammed. It doesn't bend all the way. Sorry.
But think about this. $250,000 for the middle finger.
Yeah.
$300,000 for throwing a drink on someone. Hell, that's a bargain. I mean, really, throwing your drink on another human being is far more offensive and inappropriate than showing someone the middle finger.
Would agree with that.
I would think it would be at least twice, 3 times the fine. David Tepper's got to be looking at that today because, folks, if you missed it back in 2023 at a Jaguars-Panthers game in Jacksonville, the owner's suite was right there, and some fan was giving him the business. And once it was clear the Panthers were going to lose, Tepper threw his drink out onto the fans and got fined $300,000 for it. But yeah, that's a bargain. If a middle finger still costs $250, then $300,000 for dumping a drink on a fan, that's a punishment that doesn't fit the crime.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that there. It's definitely a lot more offensive spilling a drink on somebody than giving them the old Jersey State bird, as we know. So, and in New Jersey, nobody was worried about Jerry Jones doing that. The guy he gave the middle finger to was probably like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. Jerry Jones flipped me off. I mean, that's really probably how it went down.
Because it was the middle finger and then he did that.
Yeah, right.
Like he was having fun with it.
I know.
He wasn't
No, it wasn't
doing
malicious. It was talking some crap about football and giving it to a few Jet fans. And I'm sure there was. It looked like there was a ton of Cowboy fans there, too.
And they were probably giving him the finger.
Exactly right. That's what I'm saying. It's literally right there. I know exactly where he's at in that stadium, and I'm telling you, I can't tell you how close the fan interaction is to the visiting team owner box. It really is. It's got to be one of the closest there. So, yeah, he's talking a little crap. Good for Jerry.
It's just disappointing he didn't own it. I would have had so much more respect for him if he said, yeah, I did it, and I know they're going to find me, but I don't care. That's his attitude. Think about it. That's his attitude about
with everything,
being
just
fined.
about. Yeah.
Well, just a few weeks ago.
Right.
They're asking him about the direct negotiations with players and with Micah Parsons, and he was striding about it. Hey, if they're going to fine me for that, I'll gladly pay it. Give it to the Salvation Army.
Right.
If you're going to fine me for that, I'll gladly do it. Oh, but he gave a middle finger. Oh, no, he's going to do some tap dance around that. That part of it just really bothered me because he had an opportunity to say, yeah, I did it, and I'll do it again. I mean, again, there's a way to do it that isn't, I want to fight you or I'm mad at you. He's grinning as he does it. It's Jerry being impish, and it was being kind of lame on Tuesday.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.